care here.
Yes! I can talk about weed!
Yay, 420, y'all.
I'm just kidding. No, we're gonna talk about the game and say the fuck.
We're gonna talk about the game and weed. It's fun.
We could talk about
That crowd
lots
show's
of
good.
different stuff.
All right, so yeah, if I guess if we're good, if our players would like to mute and stuff, we should be good to get going.
Yeah.
Set up.
Good luck, mysterious cat. Hey.
Good luck, Cuth Bucket.
Have fun. Okay.
All right, they're muted. Let me make sure to actually unhide the card before we start the race this time. Okay.
I need to make sure I'm watching both players.
Also, I think the general does not curl power, is it? Oh, it's UFO open. That's good. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and just ask if they're both ready, but I assume they are. There are some very fast goals and some very, very hard goals on this.
Whoa.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. What? That's crazy. I just looked at the card. There are some really quick goals.
Yeah, we got lucky with card pulls today. Hi
Holy
Raiders,
moly.
welcome in. We are just getting ready to start a bingo match between Mysterious Cat A and Cuth. I need to update because Middle is not casting. She's playing. 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Okay. Yeah, while you do your
Yeah,
moderation stuff, if you want me to, I can
yeah, go for it.
go over the card and stuff. Yeah. Welcome people. If I don't know if y'all are coming from a bingo stream or not. I can't look at the chat quite yet. I'm assuming not. But yeah, this is UFO 50 bingo. We're in back alley bingo. Technically, this is not a league match like we had before, so this would just be kind of somewhat casual. The best way we describe these is like they're kind of like exhibition matches from the regular bingo league for players that wanted to play each other and have unique runs. So yeah, this is that's what's going on here. This is UFO 50. They're trying to get a bingo or get to the majority if no bingos are possible.
Both players starting off in Rakshasa.
As I kind of expected, this is like, for me at least, one of the freest of the free squares.
Yeah, there's when you have a really fast middle square, I think kind of like no matter what, you gotta go for it. Is there an
100%.
option of like, okay, let me just lower volumes.
Middle square real estate is just so huge. It's
Yeah.
absolutely insane to me. Contributing to 6 bingos or 6, Jesus Christ, it's getting really crazy. Contributing to 4 bingos is really powerful.
Yeah, I had to do the lines to check, but yeah, 4 bingos at once, and honestly, just especially with something that's this fast, where you just get 3 power-ups and you're fine. Test is, I believe, at 2 power-ups and just needs to grab this one from down here. So,
Yep, that's correct.
then I'm sorry, Mysterious Cat A did pick up the second power-up, but it looks like might be slightly farther behind. And
All
just gotta
Cuff
grab the
needs
third.
is this
Yep.
purple one,
Well,
and that should be the square.
Cut's got to feel good because
Boom.
before the match he was saying he was a little rusty and not expecting a lot, but marking off a bingo space in under a minute feels pretty good to me, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Identifying one of the quickest squares on the board. I mean, I looked over it. I think the only one that even comes close. Onion delivery one's really quick. The ping golf one can be quick. I think it's the quickest one, just period, on the board. The
Yeah.
block koala one is also incredibly quick.
The warp tank one is also really fast, but I've noticed a lot of players aren't super comfortable with warp tank as just a game in general, but especially not a game for bingo.
True.
Caramel
Thankfully,
is
if you're
also
not too
fast.
experienced, though,
This
that
one
warp
on the
tank
bottom.
one, I'm with you. I think it's like pretty doable. All you have to do is just beat the levels, so you don't have to have any coffee knowledge or like some of the like healing sector. You don't have to know what levels to do or how many. So
Yeah.
but you're right. I think a lot of people, I don't see going to warp tank a lot.
Well, there's also not really a lot of warp tank goals yet. I recommended a couple when I was going through the resource stock, either last week or the week before. I wrote
So
down
you've
like
been doing
guides
that.
for them and stuff, and I was like, Spooty said something about adding a 5 coffees goal, and I'd already actually added that goal, so it's kind of funny that he mentioned it.
Oh, good.
But
That's
like,
shocking to me that wasn't a thing.
yeah, it's because like people don't even really know where the 3 copies are, much less more than that, I guess.
Yeah. Well, because I only learned when I started playing bingo.
Yeah.
When I went to go get one of the squares, and I was like, "Where are the flowers?"
Yeah.
Like, where are they? Oh, that's right. They don't appear until you beat a boss.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the flowers like aren't there, because that would definitely be a lot more helpful. I have not been keeping track of how many background elements Vanilla's been at for this, but I think it's like probably about 4 or 5, I think, at this point.
I just can't believe how accurate you were about this board. I'm like literally looking. It's like seriously, the two non-rescue missions are quick. The onion delivery one is quick. The ping golf one is quick. The caramel background one is quick.
Yeah.
Like the bug hunter one is insanely quick. Too.
Yeah,
4 kills
like-
in one job by pushing bugs.
Well, and I know Mysterious Cat A's got to be happy that Planet Zoldath Gold Disc is on here, even though that's not one of the faster goals. It's very fun to see.
It's just true. Synergizes with collecting 6 golds, but you know, that's quite a few. Okay, going to the Huxley for mission number 2. Okay. That should be background element number 10. Yep.
Hey.
Okay, I was
Good
correct.
job.
Beautiful.
2 goals at
Okay.
420 on the timer. Let's go.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yep. Should
Whoa.
marked it off exactly at 420.
Oh, that's really funny.
Cat lady. Not any cats.
Night Manor might just be a fast gift. There's not an actual, just like regular Night Manor space on this board, right? Oh, and a gold disc, I guess.
I don't see one, but we could get a gold disc here, I
Yeah.
guess. Get a gold disc, get a gift. I don't think there's anything else that's relevant for it, but hey, why not? A 2 or 3 minute gold disc, something like that.
I feel like with one really funky Mortal 2 run, you could probably also get both of these in the same thing.
You mean the key one?
Yeah, collect 10 keys and then defeat 2 mini bosses right here. I feel like you
True.
could probably get both of those in one weird, like, all the way around the map run.
I definitely should practice that one because I know how to get 10 keys. I don't know if I'm doing them fast though.
Yeah,
Sure.
because the main route needs, what, 5?
5. Yep.
Yeah.
For the cherry. speed
Yeah,
run route.
and then, like, I know where the other 5 are, but they're just, like, in such inconvenient spots compared to the 5 that you grab in the speed run.
Yeah, like I go to that one where you go like, I don't know how to describe it, but like left, right.
Yeah, where you have to,
through
like,
the blue
snake your way
pipes.
up for the, like, rhino guy at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay with brother.
Okay, it looks like we didn't go for the gold, so it's just fair enough. We were just trying to get a gift. Escape from the killer, and now we're trying to drop off 10 oppies.
In between. I had a semester off.
I appreciate,
Pick it
by the
up.
way, that Vanilla is giving me sound effects, but not background music, so we can listen to One Step from Eden with UFO 50 sound effects.
Oh, true. I'm gonna turn her sound on then, because I didn't know that. Nice.
She gets anxiety.
Yeah, so we
The
still get
past
all.
like 7 games I've commentated, I've had no audio. Period. I feel like.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to, like, I feel like especially when you're commentating stuff, it kind of helps to have a little bit of silence anyway, but
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I play the games with music off and sound effects on, because I put on my own music, but.
I always play with the music on in UFO 50, but it's because I have a bunch of, like, audio cues and stuff spread throughout the game.
That makes sense. I don't, off the top of my head, have any games that I use audio cues for. Maybe one day I will. We'll
Yeah.
see. But
Actually, like, I noticed that I use them a lot for pin golf to measure my, like, when I'm actually fully powered and stuff.
oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I got that.
Thank you for the decorated garden here, Mysterious Cat A.
All right, that's a second square on the board for her. Starting strong in column 3, and like you were saying earlier, this could end up being really good for Vanilla. She's a big fan of Planet Zoldath. Yeah, okay. Speak of the devil.
We thought maybe it was just the shower and like
It's time. Just going straight into it.
there's 2
Yep.
showers in their house. The one in Master bathroom.
I am a little surprised to see neither player trying to go for pin golf yet, with how much it helps this bottom row right here. Which honestly both of them could kind of use still at this point.
Oh, what would this be for? Are we doing the gift? Just rescuing an owl here?
Yeah, probably. Like if you're in here and feel fine with the rescue mission. I'm glad that we've been seeing more Cyber Owl's rescue mission lately. This is a fun part of the game that you like never see otherwise.
I know. Yeah, seriously, like you can say that again. 'Cause for real, this like, dare I say it? This might sound strong, but I think it's true. This might be the most missed potential for me in the collection, because you have a very little reason to engage with this minigame casually. Like you might as well reset most of the time.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
When I was playing through Cyber Owls casually, and I like did this rescue mission thing, I assumed that at some point in the game that they were gonna make you like rescue an owl that you had like missed up on or whatever.
DD. Ooh. P. Stupid. Stupid. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, we're not gonna do it? Oh.
Nah, might as well try to go for the gift, but I guess at that point just dip out and play another game.
Yeah,
might be trying to consider that middle row, just nah, the bug hunter goal is faster. That's fine too.
It was a very expensive day.
And I will say there's 2 bug hunter goals here to get as well, so you could get some double synergy going on if you want.
I'm very lucky because my parents helped.
I will also say, I know, and I forget, this isn't League, but these players were C tier players, correct?
Yes. They Vanilla was C, Cuth was B.
Cuth was B, okay, I didn't remember. It's coming. This is really funny. What I was gonna say was, with pretty much players outside of A tier, I feel like, and even in A tier, people don't want to touch Star Wasper. But that Star Wasper goal, I stress this all the time. It has the stupid exploit that you can do if you go up in the top left. You only have to play stage 1. So if you want to look at the board, that square is your chance to do it. You get roughly 45 seconds to look at the board.
Yeah, and that's the only goal that you're ever gonna have Star Wasper be a look at the board goal for. So.
Yeah. Well, actually, technically there's 2. There's this one is the wave 1 and 2, and there's just the wave 1 one.
Oh yeah, where you just don't beat enemies.
Do wave 1 without dying and getting exactly 600 points.
Yeah. Mysterious Cat A succumbing to Zoldath once again and deciding to leave it alone for a minute.
Well, we got progress. We undusted it.
Looks like Bug Hunter's been going okay, by the way. I haven't really been super paying attention to this game of Bug Hunter, but...
Yeah, they're bug hunting. They're doing it.
Vanilla going for Zoldath really early. Yeah, I don't think anyone's really surprised by that, but... after a couple of Zoldath's succumbings, decided to just hop into Mooncat for some quick stuff. What is... or just might be going for one of the other long goals, I guess. I was like, what is the quick Mooncat goal on here? And then I see find 2 of 3 eggs.
She could do a couple things here. She could get a gift for going into a warp. If she wants, she could get an egg. It's not the craziest time investment to get one of them. If you want to do this, come back later. And did I see another one? Don't think there's anything else that's relevant.
It does at least contribute.
The gold disc.
Yeah, I was gonna say it contributes to the gold disc because getting an egg is a gold disc at least. So yeah,
honestly, not terrible.
Yeah, we did just talk about with Vanilla on the cast about the importance of like kind of banking progress on some of these longer goals and stuff. So might be trying to do that now and not just like maybe didn't see another goal that was quick that felt super comfortable with. Because a lot of these goals are quick, but do kind of require a decent amount of game knowledge. The block koala one probably doesn't. I feel like you can kind of just even beat 3 levels if you don't do it correctly as pink koala. And then, yeah, block koala is definitely fast. There's a few very quick goals on here. Just going for the gift. That's understandable.
Forgive me for asking this, and I think I already know the answer. Eggs do not count as bugs pushed into pits, correct?
No, because I think you, like... Yeah, I don't think they do.
At least not yet.
doctor's appointment on Wednesday, so it cut into my time to do stuff.
Well, we're getting the block koala wish answered.
On Wednesday because I was just really emotional from that doctor's appointment. And then I probably tried to.
Did also do the block koala thing correct by pushing that 5 all the way over, so you can just not have to loop all the way around
Yesterday
again.
We had family plans. And I was really tired after that. I didn't do anything.
I want to play like the Mario mini, or maybe it's not just Mario, but a memory mini game where like you have to draw the first level of block koala from memory. I've played it so many times, but it would still be kind of hard.
Block koala from memory does sound really good.
Yeah, like, cause you like this level, I'd be like, oh, I know exactly what to do. But if you ask me like, where's the 5? Where's the 4? Where's the 3?
Yeah.
I'm like, how many hedges are there?
I can't say that it went well, but we at least are trying.
That's
to
block
get
koala's
things
sequel.
back
They're gonna
on
make you do that.
Block koala 2, too many blocks.
Alright.
There's gonna be
Beautiful.
an
And while I was memeing about block koala, what's called cuth was able to push bugs into the pits. Beautiful stuff.
Thank you, Valerie. Your sister finally got a diagnosis. It wasn't good, but today we rested.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have plenty of days to make something happen in Bug Hunter here. We have the collect module. Now it's a matter of maintaining the flow of bugs, keeping our lead, and Cuth should be able to get the other Bug Hunter square, hopefully without too many issues.
Yeah, mostly just has to be careful about these eggs right now, probably.
I'm still kind of floundering, like, what the fuck is it?
Has plenty of
I gotta tell
energy.
ya,
Yes, we do.
I really like the devolve thing a lot. Glove was telling me how he really liked it the other day, and I've been using it recently more and more because of his comment. I'm like, yeah, this actually is pretty sick. Like,
Is Devolve just like downgrade one of the guys? I haven't really used that one very much.
it's all in it. It's kind of like an adjacent one, so it would be in a square.
Okay.
If
Yeah, that
you
is
did
really
that
good.
egg, for example, it would get the egg and the octopus guy
That
at the
is really
same
good.
time.
Then,
It's like really good because it kind of like reads as like get an extra 2 turns on bugs, since you're going back 2 evolutionary steps. It's really nice.
Cuts in a little bit scarier of a spot now.
Online health classes for healthy weight.
Oh, oh.
No, Vanilla's rebounded. We're good.
I'm back.
Everything's fine.
Oh,
Unfortunate.
canned fish, but
As you
no,
say, no shells. That's unfortunate. Could have probably used that canned fish too.
oh god, no, Cuth, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, it was so close. I thought he was gonna rip into the energy cube.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
This is a little hairy though, because like you're saying, there's a lot of eggs.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that he was going to be able to kill a little bit more last turn, but I think he just ended his turn maybe a little early. I think he's okay. He's gonna have to buy another move module and then another shoot module.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Oh no, we're done with it. Okay,
All right.
maybe we're not willing to risk it there. It was gonna be really tight.
Yeah, and I mean, like Smo was saying, I guess there wasn't really a complete job with energy maxed out at that point. It was going to be pretty difficult because you're going to have to spend all your energy to beat the level.
Yeah.
Mysterious Cat A apparently also likes Big Bell Race. Who could have thought?
And I don't remember the name of the pink hole bugs, but especially if you have those guys, they can be kind of a pain in the ass when you have that and you have collect, because it just shortens your limits your amount of available spaces for energy by a little bit, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it can be surprisingly annoying.
I assume Big Bell Race is for a gift, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, please don't tell me we're doing this for shits and giggles. Oh, right.
I mean, it theoretically could be for a gold, but seeing as how we just talked
Probably
about
not
how
this
it's not a
early.
very fast gold, it's probably not this early.
You never know. This is Back Alley Bingo. People are doing crazy stuff out here. We can see the Big Bell Race cherry. Just why not? Also, the way the games are set side by side, I like to imagine that Woogie is the HUD for Big Bell Race, and he is the one driving inside of it.
Did Vanilla get that gift? I didn't actually see.
I don't think so.
Whatever,
Unless-
we'll check whenever they check the garden at some point.
You're talking for Big Bell Race, right?
Yeah,
Let me triple check. I don't think she got through all.
I didn't think
8
she.
laps
I don't
either.
think she got through the entire.
Or did she?
race,
Hold
but-
on, hold on. No, she did. She got
Oh,
the gift.
she?
She got the gift.
Okay.
It was just way quicker than I thought. She did it incredibly quick. She saw
Yeah,
the gift
that was
thing and
fast.
immediately got it.
Vanilla out here to single-handedly prove the Big Bell Race should be raced in bingo.
Well, so far she's going through a lot of her comfort picks. Even though we didn't go into Zoldath for very long, we've seen Zoldath. We're seeing Quibble Race. Yeah, Woogie's face is about how you should be feeling.
Yep. So now that it's side by side with Quibble Race, it kind of just looks like Boogie's really excited about whatever Quibble he's cheering on.
He's on his way to the races, brother. He's stuck in traffic.
Yep.
Woo. There we go. 10 onions. Now, technically, this square is complete. You do not have to complete the day for this. Not the end of the world. Take a little bit of extra time to get back. We're gonna get it now either way.
Work towards the onion delivery gold disc, of course.
Boom. Yeah. Let's see every bizarre gold disc in a bingo today.
Hey, Warp Tank. Nice. Okay.
Let's
So,
go.
as we were mentioning, Warp Tank is very fast, even if you don't really know the route for it. Like, these 3 sectors are really, really fast. And there's checkpoints in the levels and stuff. And you can bank progress if you really needed to, for whatever reason, in Warp Tank. So,
And they're early levels, so like, I know this might sound funny, but I think it's relevant. Like, they're not brainbuster levels really either. You know,
Yeah.
There's not a lot of crazy screen analysis you have to do of like where to go on these early levels. They're pretty straightforward.
yeah, the later levels can sometimes feel almost like a puzzle game, sort of, where you're just more figuring out where you need to go. These early levels are just kind of like strolls through a little bit of spikes, but nothing really too threatening. Going for Zoldath Gold. Yeah, Mysterious Cat A / Vanilla does love Zoldath, so I'm not surprised. Could potentially be going for an item for a shop or a gift. The gift theoretically is probably pretty fast because that's just a map piece, right?
Yes, I believe so. I don't remember. I don't think it's a specific map piece. I think it's just any map piece. So for what it's worth, we've said this a couple times already. I just can't get over how most of these goals are like medium to short length. Fist Hell Destroy 2 UFOs is still very quick.
Mm-hmm.
The ping golf one is decently quick. This warp tank one we're seeing is decently quick.
Yeah, I
The
feel
only
like
one I'm not 100% sure about is that Mortal 2 one. That could either be very quick or it might be longer than I would think because I'm not as familiar.
so. The mini bosses aren't that bad. I think the 10 keys route, depending on how familiar you are with it, you can kind of fumble around for a bit.
Oh, the mini boss one, I didn't see that for a second. That one's super quick too.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying earlier, where I was like, with a kind of fucked up Mortal 2 route, I think you could theoretically do both of those in the same run. Like,
Oh.
you don't even have to win Mortal 2, but like, if you need just the gold disc for it, like, I think you could
gotcha.
probably do it. You'd end up going like all the way around the map though, but I mean, if you know the map from Mortal
When you
2.
were saying, when you said fucked up Mortal 2 route, I thought you meant like, you know, oh, you might just not know where all 10 keys are, because I certainly don't know off the top of my
yeah.
head.
I mean, honestly, like we were kind of talking about earlier, 5 of the keys are kind of on the route anyway, and the other 5 you do have to sort of know the map for. I don't know how many keys the Mortal 2 map has in total, but it's definitely not like that much more than 10, so you gotta know where a lot of them are.
If I was to take a random guess, I want to say like 14. I don't know why.
I was gonna say, it feels like between 10 and 15, but I don't actually know offhand how many keys there are. Either way, you have to get, like, almost all of them, it feels like, at least.
Definitely feels like that, that's for sure.
So yeah, like, what is the longest goal on this board? Defeat 7 bosses, depending on what games you do it in?
Yeah, 7 bosses can be pretty long. The Mooncat one, I guess, is somewhat long.
Yeah, Mooncat's 2 full runs of the game, I guess, so...
6 golds is a very high amount. That's the highest gold amount.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, I mean, those are the worst. Finish stage C, only earning points from bosses and bonus stage. That's a hard one. And somewhat time-consuming.
Yeah, that is the modified version, though, officially, for the first time I've seen. It's no longer...
Oh, that is different.
It's no longer letting you, or no longer disqualifying you from bonus game grinding, so you can get more lives out of it.
Oh, okay. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. I think Matt said that was his official compromise on that goal, since it ended up being harder than he thought it was going to be.
I could see why he thought that, though, because Campanella is like a lot of people are familiar with it. I'm pretty confident in it, so.
I saw a question and an exclamation mark from Vanilla, but I didn't actually see what happened.
It's funny. Funny Zoldath things.
Hi Karma, hi Raiders. How was the playoff game? Welcome in.
Nice, we have everybody coming in from Hugo versus May, I think it was.
Yeah. We had
awesome.
We had a very good playoff game in our stream before this one as well. No spoilers, but definitely would recommend watching it. Good to see Hugo May showed up. Alright, it looks like cuth is starting to go for gifts. Might as well start working towards that. Vanilla does have a pretty sizable lead on it right now, but not enough that couldn't be sniped on it.
I just realized something. I'm gonna clip this, like, unironically. Is the sprite for Koala Kid different in the editing thing than his overworld sprite? It looked like the head sprite was different. Hold on, I'm investigating.
Maybe.
I think that was strange.
Bereft of context, Hugo versus May makes me imagine a fighting game crossover match. And does kind of sound like, choose your fighter, Hugo, May.
I don't know why I can't get this clip full screen.
Looks like the aliens were speaking gibberish even though she had the translator equipped. What? I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen.
Oh, that's not so I think that's not a bug. That's probably the Easter egg one.
Oh, and poor Vanilla immediately gets boomeranged in the dungeon.
That's really funny. So yeah, I believe that's the Easter egg, because there's an Easter egg one that never gets translated because it's a developer message and you're supposed to cipher the language, so that's what must have happened to her.
I had no clue about that. That's hilarious. Hi, Cam.
Yeah, no, that's an Easter egg.
Yeah.
So it's not a bug. That is intentional.
I haven't done much of the meta quests for Miasma and stuff yet, but it definitely seems like it's kind of hidden all over the game, which is definitely cool.
Yeah. I figured it was a rare, but no, I don't blame you for thinking it was a rare bug. Like, that makes sense, but it's actually an intentional Easter egg, which is really funny. I won't spoil what it says, but it's just a developer message. It says something funny, I think.
Pin golf
In
time.
fact, they're all, I forget what the official name for this is, but it's all like one-to-one replacement cipher. Like, you don't, the way I know who has the trade piece is I talk to the people, and they always have the same amount of letters. One-to-one, it'll say, like, do you want to trade?
That
And it ends with a
was
question
the
mark.
most wild hole-in-one I've ever seen on that hole.
That was kind of wild. They usually don't see it like that. Like, that is kind of goofy.
That was really funny because it bounced like straight up like 3 times before going in the hole. Only going in for the gift, which is fine. I was gonna mention this earlier. Divers is also a really fast goal if you know where to go for this, and it does also contribute to the gifts, which is good.
Is this for bosses on vanilla side? Because we're not doing the square if we're trying to do 1 and 2 because we're using power-ups.
Yeah, it could have been for bosses. Might have just accidentally grabbed some power-ups on the way.
Probably for bosses.
I think cuts at 2 gifts.
I should have said this earlier by now, and especially relevant because Karma rated you. Divers time, and Cuth, we know Cuth is the Divers fan.
Yeah.
Mr. Diver, if you will. Yeah, I was saying, perfect timing. Look, Karma, look, Divers on screen, Divers on screen. She's absolutely screwed if she goes out into nature and she like sees like a lizard near a pond. She's gonna be like absolutely mandatorily stuck to watch that lizard for the next like 4 hours.
I haven't been tracking items. Did Vanilla get an item in Zoldath? Or no?
Just like picked up an item, yeah.
No, the item from the shop. Sorry.
Oh, you mean the dungeon map piece, or?
There's a square on here for buy an item from a shop in 10 different games. I'm not sure if...
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking of that one. No, I don't know. I can't say.
Yeah. We may
I would
just,
assume not.
we may just need to trust the players on that goal, because...
Lizards are cute. I used to have a gecko when I was a kid, when I shouldn't have had one, and my mother, rightfully so, gave it away, because I wasn't taking care of it. And it was cute. It was a little... I think they were called a leopard gecko, and it was named Godzilla.
Nice. Yeah, if Cuth is trying to just straight up swim through all these piranhas, this might be a little bit harder. There's this, I think it's that wall right above him right there. If you just go straight across, you end up not spawning any of these piranhas against you.
Yeah. Maybe he knows and he's trying to find it, but...
Yeah.
We're just getting a little disoriented.
Meanwhile, Seaside for quick gift and a boss, probably.
Successful escape.
Go time, go. Did find the spot.
Is Vanilla...
Vanilla paused, but I don't see anything in chat.
We could just be spending a little time in the think tank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cuth tried to use a potion, and I'm not sure what happened, but he somehow missed using the potion, and it just said, "You missed."
Classic. Missing your potion.
Oh, tried
You
using it
gotta
on a
drink
dead
something.
character. Why doesn't it just say, like, you can't do that? Why does it say you missed?
You missed is... I way prefer that. You missed. Damn. You found a pearl.
So, yeah, I was
And we
gonna
all
say...
know what's in that pearl, right, chat? It's
yeah.
the parasite hammer.
I was gonna say, since it just says open the chest containing it, it doesn't get credit for the gift, because I think you actually have to bring it back for the gift, but...
Yeah. You do have to bring it back for the gift, because that's what always I find so strange. It's got to be one of the most unique bingo squares, because you can't technically, you have to know that the parasite hammer is in there. So like.
Yeah.
I
Oh, the
don't
gift
know, you know
is
what I mean?
just to open it? Okay. Good.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
I thought you had to bring it back?
I'll trust Karma on that one.
Oh, it is why that square is that way. I thought it was the embers.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense then.
I've been wasting my time, always taking it back.
Also, I just realized it's actually 4 to 5 on this one.
How did Cuff just do that? Can you walk through portals if they're red?
No, it might have like just changed to it. I've had times where the portal's been red. when I've been standing on it, but then it turns green because the enemy like moves out of the way or whatever.
I think that's what happened. The fly must have moved out of the way, like the frame he went to go into it.
Yeah. I always figured you couldn't use potions on dead characters. Turns out your potion accuracy is just incredibly low. It's even funnier that you just like straight up miss a dead guy though.
Also, consider all that and the fact that it's underwater.
Yep.
Like, I never even stopped to consider that. What is this potion made of? Like non-Newtonian like liquid? What is it? Like, how do they drink it?
This potion's actually just straight mercury and just like sink.
Oh god. Eating mercury.
I mean, it's either that or they open the bottle of potion and it just kind of like disperses in the water. Maybe that's how they missed.
It's kind of a freaky thing, but you know that there is a liquid that you can breathe in. I forget what it's called. It's like oxygenated something. They've done tests with rats where they have them breathing in it, but it's apparently agonizingly uncomfortable because it's kind of like you're basically filling your lungs with water, but the water is oxygenated. So you're
weird.
Getting all the discomfort of like drowning without any of the death.
All the fun of drowning without the actual drowning.
It's like, I'm not kidding. This is like a real thing, though.
No, I mean it sounds real. I just sometimes I wonder why, but I guess just to prove it's possible.
I think there was a legitimate application for it. I don't remember what it was, but
Magic Garden getting open probably just for the last quick gift. I think Cuts was either at 5 or 6, so this should be enough to mark off the space. So I think Vanilla was trying to get the gift in Seaside, but then died. So I'll be curious to see if Pivot's at a Seaside after the gifts. And yeah, that's 7.
And for anybody that was curious, it was oxygenated perfluorocarbon liquid.
Zoldath, it's time. Also, that is interesting. I can't imagine a benefit of filling your lungs with liquid, even if you can breathe it, but...
I wish I should go back and watch the video that I learned about it from, because it kicked off like this whole thing. It was like the opening statement to some video about... It was about, I forget the name of them. I think it's called like static divers. The divers that go and like work on oil rigs and like live in these pressure chambers for like months at a time.
Oh.
It was related to them. They have some of the most dangerous jobs in the world.
Yeah.
Like these people live in bunkers that are set at a certain pressure as to not have the pressure change, so like they lower the unit into the water and pull it back up, and they're in the exact same atmospheric pressure at all times, so they don't die. Pretty crazy the lengths that humans go to do things with oil.
Yeah. It always just, I don't know if you ever watched Sea Lab 2021, but it always just makes me think of that, honestly.
I never did. That was one of the first Adult Swim shows, right?
Anything about it.
Yeah, it,
Am I thinking of it?
yeah, it, like, I don't think it's actually very good. I think it just happened to be on Adult Swim and was an Adult Swim show to start things off, but I always, whenever I think of, like, underwater, like, civilizations, that's just always the first thing that comes to mind for me.
I think of that BoJack episode.
I love it. I like...
The BoJack episode.
I love it. I mean, I freaking live in the ocean state. My father's a captain.
I was really stoned in bed at night.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen an episode. I just know that like it was on Adult Swim. Like it's
Yeah.
Adult Swim. The early days I remember were Sea Lab and like Space Ghost, the Brack Show.
Yeah, I never really got into Space Ghost, which is funny because like I was definitely watching Adult Swim at the same time.
Coast to
But
Coast.
Quite like that.
my wife is very excited about this old Adult Swim talk.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Man, I mean, I was such an Adult Swim super
I was
fan.
very into Aqua Teen.
Yeah. That's the
One of my
420
earliest
show, if anything.
memories
Fuck
as a
yeah.
human being
I wanna watch that later.
was an episode of Home Movies my uncle let me watch. And apparently it was some episode
not
of
gonna
Home
be high enough
Movies
for that.
where Brendan, I think, I don't know, some character in the show needs to go to a doctor and he gets a thermometer in his butt. And I remember I told my mom about this when I came back from my uncle's once. I was like, Mom, I was like, Uncle Jay let me watch home movies. They took his temperature in his butt, and my mom was like, you're not going over your uncle's ever again. I got so sad. He would let me watch that and the Boondocks. And my mom
Boondocks was
like,
also really
you're not,
good.
You're not
yeah.
watching that.
I watched
You're
that a
like
bit
12
too.
years old.
Not enough.
Yeah. So, Cuth is threatening quite a lot of bingos here. If you're vanilla, I feel like you're probably just trying to figure out which one to block right now.
Yeah, it's probably Bug Hunter or maybe the Mooncat one, because, I mean, we did at least open it or undust it, but Fist Hell also very, very, very good option, but I don't know if either of these players are particularly happy with opening Fist Hell.
Going into Party House to buy one rich friend. I assume that's for the item in a shop? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So, item rush. I'll assume that Vanilla doesn't really have a ton of items before this, but if she marks it off before I have counted 10, I'm going to assume that she's good on this.
I think she's accurate.
Did she buy anything in Waldorf? I don't remember.
I believe she must have, because at one point she went into a shop with 0 shells, so
That's
I don't
true,
think
yeah,
we
you have to start with... Okay, so probably at 3. Divers has been mentioned twice, Flick.
Divers mentioned, yeah. Divers mentioned, divers seen, divers played, divers talked about.
I was going to say, Divers even commentated over. 2 bosses defeated in Seaside. Thank you, Bubba. Cool.
Greater than lizard, less than lizard. Holy crap. That chicken just went into the hole.
I like this guy in Zoldath that's not moving and is just...
Yeah. Angry Bojack Horseman is just chilling. Chickens all death.
What is the little guy that you get turned into in Zoldath?
I just call him a chicken. I don't know. It's some sort of type of alien life form, which doesn't get used again in the collection, as far as I know.
I was gonna say, because it's definitely like a unique sprite for it, which doesn't happen very often in this. Which I actually like, honestly. I feel like it's a good reuse of assets to have this much stuff, but not have to create like 50 brand new sprite sheets and get everything every single time.
Live action UFO 50 adaptation of the Jack Miles pilot, yes! Give it to me, give it to me.
I guess we really are on planet Zoldath. Theater goes wild.
Quibble jockey. You know, it's actually, I mentioned this to someone the other day. You cannot make it up. I don't know if you've been keeping up with, like, the quote-unquote news around that, but the director of the movie famously said, like, a week ago, like, he's not worried about any of, like, the theater chaos going on because no one's going to get hurt. I shit you not. In my state of Rhode Island last week, 3 teenagers slashed people with knives at a theater. I'm not making this up. This is a real thing. It happened in my state. I could not believe it. Like, absolutely insane. Pricey.
That's wild.
Like, I'm laughing, but I'm also like, I've been to that theater my whole life. Like, huh.
I feel like
it was like a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 16-year-old, I guess. That did it.
I feel like the last time I've seen movie hype for this Minecraft movie, like going to theaters and it being like this wild of a time. I don't know if you remember when Snakes on a Plane came out.
Oh my god, yeah, that was insane. Actually, God, I couldn't stop hearing about that.
Yeah, like the movie itself obviously didn't really stand the test of time, but when that movie was in theaters, people went fucking wild for that.
No, exactly. Like I think about that to this day. I'm like, I don't remember shit about that movie. Like I remember the funny scene and like.
I remember the funny
couldn't tell you
scene,
anything else.
and I remember the TV adaptation of that funny scene being these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane, and that's
Yes,
all I
they're
remember.
All the time.
Oh, those are my
All the
favorite
time.
censorships, dude. The Die Hard one is my favorite. Instead of Yippee Ki motherfucker, he says Yippee. What does he say? Yippee Ki Captain Falcon or Mr. Falcon or something like that. It's
That's
really
hilarious.
good. On this Monday to Friday. Shut the front door. All right. Only the best euphemisms for our TV.
Yeah. So Vanilla's been doing a very quick item rush here, by the way. Just I think is at 7, and only needs
Sounds right.
like 5 shinies to be able to just buy something from this little dust.
You can get one on the screw over here. That's what I at least usually do. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
optimal. I'll grab this one and then go to the left.
It's tough to tell like what's exactly optimal in Mini Animax because you can move so quickly on like the main overworld, but it does like take a little bit to get there.
True. Boom. That's dynamite purchased.
I still think Minnie should unshrink the nuke and explode it in the room to get revenge on Amy. So truthfully. Just like spite shrink down and just start throwing shit out of the closet. Does the trade for resources count as an item in a shop?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the Avianos one, specifically you have to trade for it to count, I believe.
Yeah, I remember it in Avianos. I just wasn't sure about Zoldath because honestly, I don't really see items in shop as like a general goal very often.
Neither do I. I feel like it's not one I see. The beverages and shops I see the least, I feel like.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how the board just kind of sometimes seems to favor some of those general goals, even though they all have like the same chance of showing up.
Yeah, that's the power of true random.
Yep.
I love Zelda.
Yeah, it's so fun
Even
to
though
just
it's
like watch people. Like it's definitely like an interesting game too. I feel like Zoldath is one that kind of took me a minute to like it grew on me after time. But like once you know all the weird mechanics of it, it's cool how it ranges itself. Do you think Zoldath would have been popular if it like actually came out when it said it did?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Personally, I think 100%. You might think like, oh, you know, it's kind of obtuse and janky and weird. Like, would it really? But what is Zoldath in game? Is it like 83? I think.
It's
That is-
definitely early 80s. I don't remember exactly when it said it came out, but yeah, I feel like having anything procedurally generated at all back then would have just been like I wouldn't have even thought this is possible.
It was, May of 1984.
Yeah.
Zoldath was released. So like, yeah, this would have blown minds. I think.
Yeah.
Not just because it was procedurally generated, but like just the multi aspect of it. Like, I don't know. It's very cool. I love it. This and Barbuda. Like, if Barbuda came out in 82 or 83 or whenever it was, that would have
Yeah.
blown people's minds, like, insanely.
The original Rogue was 1980. Yeah, then it definitely would have been pretty mind-blowing to 3 years later not only have that, but something that would be like different every single time you played it. I guess I never actually played the original Rogue, so I don't know if that's how the original game is, but from my understanding, it's at least more straightforward. And when did procedural generation become a thing? Definitely not till like way later, but
I think some form of procedural generation has existed for a long time, but I don't know 100%. IDK.
And it's how I feel playing Disconia most of the time, I'm gonna be real.
I don't know, quick. Like, the games that would be the most mind-blowing to me if they were relevant to real life and actually came out would probably be... I don't know, Barbuda is, like, up there.
I feel like Party House would have been a game that everyone would have owned. And I think that's...
I can see that.
I think that's only because, like, deck builders in general, like, really weren't a thing back then. And I feel like having a random game with that basically extends that shelf life from a pretty quick, like, rental or whatever.
I guess,
Did anyone see that
Pencil,
CPU
really
play
is
it?
one of the most impressive ones.
I did not. I do see now that we're in a head-to-head Disconia race, which is really funny. I feel like I looked away for like 1 second and suddenly both players are... I did see that one. I do love early AI Disconia where it just decides to throw itself into the water for some reason. I have seen that a couple of times. For some reason, the really early AI in Disconia, like, doesn't see themselves as, like, dead to water. So they'll, like, do weird shots, especially if they're, like, trying to also spam health stuff.
Yeah, they see the water and they're like, oh, this must be that famous bluegrass I've heard about.
Yeah.
I can just go over it.
Watching AI and Disconia just kill themselves for no goddamn reason is always really funny. I wish that the end game AI of Disconia was more funny and less, like, outstandingly accurate every single time they try anything.
You know, in my experience, they do one funny thing, though. At least, in my opinion. When they have miners, they are so, like, one-track mind. They just, all they do is go for the gold blocks and nothing else, and poorly at that.
So, like, I definitely feel that way in the other missions, but there's that one, I think it's like stage 8 or something, where, like, you're forced to start with the miners. And that mission in particular, I'm not sure if I just got, like, the most unlucky possible, but that mission took me, like, 6 hours to finish, because every time I would build up anything, they'd just shred me with a stronger army, or they'd have, like, the perfect AI to, like, rush straight towards it before I had any chance to build it up. So, like, my Lords of Disconia clear time for this is, like, 8 or 9 hours for the gold, and it's, like, I think almost all of that was, like, that one mission.
Damn. I feel I had the opposite. I don't think I had any trouble with it, thankfully, and I just, like, got lucky and did it. I did, however, spend an hour thinking that this was the hardest game in the collection, because I never, like, you can laugh, I never pressed the B button on the map, so I thought you had to keep going into battle, like, somehow win into battle, go back to the beginning, buy resources. I'm like, how can you do this?
Yeah.
This game seems impossible. And then I finally pressed back, and I was like, oh, you can retreat. There's nothing on the screen that says, like, press B to retreat.
Yeah, there's nothing that tells you that you're able to do that fine.
So I was just like, oh, I'm just going to go on the map, and it looks like I am screwed.
Yeah, basically. Good job from Vanilla.
Yeah, honestly, very good.
Vanilla in chat says, not gonna lie, that one was free as fuck.
Without realizing you can dunk. I think I played for like 10 minutes before realizing I could dunk in pinball. It is super helpful. Like, you kind of need it.
Okay, so my favorite thing about this underground tourney is it's like less pressure, so the players are just able to chat to each other in the middle of the match. I do hope that at some point during this tournament we get a match where the players just straight up have their mics on, because I feel like that could be pretty funny.
Oh, it'll be happening to me no matter what. I
Yeah.
can tell you that right now. well, actually, hold on. I don't know. I'm playing a guy tomorrow. I don't know if he's gonna agree to that, but
Well, we all got at least 2 matches, so we'll figure it out.
yeah.
DDG didn't know you could dunk in pin golf until like week 8 of bingo. Oh no.
Yes, I don't. I don't blame you.
I mean, like, the thing is like, for as much as I love UFO 50, it definitely doesn't tell you all of the mechanics, which is, like, both kind of cool to figure out, and also a little frustrating if you just never figure it out. Like, there's been a lot of times where my friends have tried to play UFO 50, and I have to explain all these, like, really weird small mechanics to them, and I'm just like, yeah, you kind of just have to know that from playing the game, and...
Yeah, it's a little column A, a little column B. I personally really like it, but it definitely is like,
yeah.
I know what you're saying. It can be a little funny, because, yeah, I didn't know the Disconia thing. I really would have liked it.
Yeah, it's funny, though, because I feel like everyone kind of has that, but with, like, a very different small mechanic. I'm trying to think of what mine was. I know there was one, because Okay, well, this isn't in UFO 50, but in Hollow Knight, for instance, I didn't know that you could charge, like, multiple heals at once. So I beat, like, 105% of the game or something with, like, one single charge of a heal every time. And then someone in my chat one day came up and told me, it was like, hey, you can hold down that button slightly longer and just keep healing, right? And I was like, oh.
Oh, man.
Sure. I did know that.
I didn't know until, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago that in Rail Heist you can go in the barrels. I never knew that, because I never thought to hold it down. I was just like, I'm just gonna pick up the barrel and throw it. I wouldn't think that I could Metal Gear Solid inside of it. But
yeah,
okay.
I didn't know
Now
that
I use it
either.
all the time.
And then I saw someone do it, and now it's like my main route for that one level with the first barrels. Because if you like duck,
It's so cool.
if you duck into the barrel and roll down, the guy shoots you, but he shoots the barrel instead of you. So you can just like keep going after that. And there's it's surprising how many like weird, especially in Rail Heist. I feel like every time I see someone play Rail Heist, I'm like, yeah, I would have never thought to just break the train right there.
Hell, Winterbit alone, I could get one person's name here wrong. Winterbit alone taught me, Red Robot, and RPM, who were doing Campanella 2 speedruns, that you can hold down to make the Campanella fall faster. I didn't even know that. I was like, oh, you do, and there's like a little visual effect for it.
I didn't know that either. That's so funny.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. I think it's in Camp 1. I could be wrong. It's definitely in Camp 2, though. In Camp 2, you can hold down. You get like a little ghosting effect that shows your fast falling.
Wow.
And it does make a difference.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. There's been a couple of times where I've just floated, and because I was floating, I died. So, good to know.
The word of the day is nuance, right? Like, all these games have a lot of nuance.
Yeah,
that's why I love UFO 50.
Yeah, it's definitely by design, because they just want you to figure this stuff out after playing it for like 20 hours and being like, wait, why did that happen finally?
Oh yeah, the John Perry thing! The tech that, like, not even the bug heads knew about the spray module.
That's hilarious.
There's 50 games, and like, as we've come to learn, they were not fucking with us when they said they're all fully fledged experiences. So, just like a real retro game would have, it has all these little nuances, and some of them might be on purpose, some of them might not be. Who knows? Like, the Nimpec thing. I think they know about that bug with the sandwich where it says, or not the sandwich, is the crowns where they say 500, but they actually give you 300 points. I think they're probably well aware of that.
Yeah.
And it's just like a flavored thing at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like, because if these were games that came out in the 80s, that would have been something that happens where, like, haha, it says it gives you 500, but it's only 300.
Yeah.
So I think
I personally believe to think that it was a genuine mistake, and they're just like, all right, let's just leave it in.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny.
That bug hunter tech is wild, though, if you just push bugs into a spray tile and it kills them, because I definitely didn't know that. I feel like Bug Hunter, especially, is a game that every single time I see it in bingo, I learn something new about it.
True. Like, for real. And then there's Big Bellers.
Yep.
Pre-patch floosh. Oh yeah, the Dragon Fleecia's got nerfed. I forgot about that. I played the game and suffered through it normally.
That's another boss for vanilla.
Okay, that should be the second UFO here in a second. Beautiful. Okay, so Cuth getting the fist hell square.
Nice.
Oh man. Okay, we have 3 bingos that we can potentially push with 2 squares left on each. Pilot quest? Am I confused? Wait, why are we in pilot quest?
For the love of the game, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, fair enough. This is my favorite game in the collection, so I get it.
Oh, that's true. There are bosses in Pilot Quest. I keep forgetting that.
Oh, Big World. We're gonna go kill Big World. Yo, I mean, he is pretty easy actually.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, he's right there. Like, even if you don't have, like, a ton of Pilot Quest investment, you really just need, like, meat to be able to go up there.
I've been routing out in practice sometimes. I don't do it on every board, but I've been experimenting with Pilot Quest on boards that don't have it for bosses to see how it is. Because, I mean, depending on the squares on the board, if I want a little bit of time for analysis and it's not gonna hamper with my plans otherwise, I don't think it's actually that bad to go for Big World.
Yeah.
Especially if you have another Pilot Quest square, like, you might as well. Like, if I had the make a friend one and the bosses, like, sure, why not?
Probably a good call to go into Mini and Max for bosses, especially if you've already opened it up. I don't think Vanilla doesn't have any actual progress in Mini and Max yet, but you don't have the potion yet, Vanilla.
To a dust bunny, and that's about it.
I think Vanilla just realized that. Yeah, that's okay. It's not really that big of a time loss, but I mean, I haven't seen. I think Cuth killed one of the mini bosses already, and just has got to make his way up to the other one.
Yeah, we got the horse, BoJack Horseman lady.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go kill the chicken dude.
Yeah, I think it's a good call to probably just only focus on the defeat too many bosses square right here. You don't really need this 10 keys one, and like, even if you did get that 10 keys one, you're still probably focusing on Bug Hunter after this and just pushing for that row 4 bingo.
100%. Yeah.
Alright, and that's item 10.
A very powerful position here, so.
Yeah, already got item 10.
Okay. Alright, we have acquired the bong from the old man. Now it. Oh. Okay. Little purple freaky thing. And we're back again. Here we are. Correct. Hello. I've been my friends in town. Blah, 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 blah. Bottom left, Slayer Spider, indeed. There we go. Found the Zelda bracelet.
I am a little surprised to see, like, power-up grinding here, because you definitely don't need a ton of power-ups to be able to just kill a boss in Mini and Max.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's for safety, but we'll see. What is the implication here? How is this, like, mass just, like, floating in the air?
I'm not sure, because I feel like you'd see it on the overworld at some point. But
I know, yeah, I know we're small, but I know everybody's gonna be like, "Why you gotta bring logic?"
I've never thought to throw. I've never thought to throw one of those diamond blocks down. I always kill an enemy with it. That's really funny.
I did not either.
Meanwhile, Cuth is at mini boss number 2. This one is actually very good to use as Gunner. During my, like, super casual play, this is like the spot where Gunner ended up actually coming in most clutch.
This is cute. I don't know how common this is, but I've never done the block like this to above me. I do it, like, on the ground, but this is pretty cute. Pretty cute.
I'm glad Flick also never had the idea to just throw a block straight down in Mini and Max and destroy it, because like in hindsight it seems like
Toots.
yeah. Oh, Tooth, sorry. Yeah, that's definitely like something that like makes sense, and I just a lot of the things in Mini and Max make sense, but you don't really think about it until you see someone else do it. I feel like Mini and Max has a little bit of I mentioned this during my casual play of it. It almost has like a little bit of Breath of the Wild to it, where there's like an intended solution, but there's also like 30 other ways you could do it if you really wanted to.
No, I think that's accurate. That sounds pretty much right on the mark. I mean, think about the doorknob one as an example. Just today, we saw someone do it in a way that I have not seen people do it in League.
Yeah.
I've seen people take the fly. I've seen people take the butterfly. I've seen the mold spore. We've seen now the shine, just the paying for it outright method.
Yeah,
Like,
it was very fun. So Water Bear's a pretty fast boss here. Just boop him, take out your dynamite. I always missed that throw. I was a little worried Vanilla was going to.
I was
but
worried too. I thought we overshot it, but it looks like we're good.
but that Mortal 2 square is done, and Cuth is now officially pushing this row 4 bingo.
My goodness. Bug Hunter it is. We're just right into it.
Yep.
Oh boy, this is getting real scary, real hairy.
Yeah, if I was Vanilla, I'd probably be hopping into Bug Hunter right now, especially since you can save your mini max progress for whenever. I believe Vanilla is in the lead on bosses, but right now definitely got to make sure that Cuth doesn't get this row bingo.
I don't know, this is not a very long square, depending on how it goes. Cuth does have the collect module, which is what you want to see. I don't even think he had to reset for it. I think he just naturally got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hoping Cuff does end up buying collect though. You want to, in theory, get it as early as possible, make your money back, and then start making extra as soon as you can. Looks like we might be thinking about it.
When I first played Mini Max, I thought there was going to be more story for that Hexen Scientist. Yeah, Mini Max has the tendency to like introduce these like great characters and then just be like, alright, you're done here, bye.
Yeah, that's probably an effort to try to make it as easy as possible because the game is so big. They probably don't want you having too many NPCs to remember to go back and.
Yeah, I think it's definitely well designed the way it is.
Cool.
Nice jump over that bullet there, dude.
Yeah. Holy crap! Oh, what?
That was
Game. Oh, come on.
robbed.
Yeah, that was actually kind of robbed.
Meanwhile, Shift with these blue guys is a pretty good combination because they're never really as annoying as they are without it. I feel like every time I play Bug Hunter and get these blue guys and don't have Shift on my like available things, it's so much more annoying.
Something reminded me of Pizza getting mad. Oh my god, I do remember that.
I do remember that, where he just went on an ant rampage and killed every single rant that he...
Yeah, he specifically went and took them and threw them.
Yeah, like I think went actually out of his way of the intended path just to be able to kill ants more, which... So the one thing about this ant thing is you do generally want to try to like beat this ant to this ledge here.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you actually do have to kill him and he's very in the way. I think these ants take like 3 dirt blocks too, right? Like it's a lot.
Without power, I think it's like 3 or 4. Oh my god, we're doing it again. We're throwing the ants. Oh god, this is way worse.
This is so much worse.
Actually, hold on. We might be good. Once again.
Okay, so it just reminds me of that old SpongeBob meme where he's like, "What could be worse than a giant bubble?" And he's like, "Oh, I know, 2 giant bubbles."
Giant bubbles. I wonder what season that was. No, no. She waited for the perfect time to walk into the nuke. All right. I looked over for a few seconds at Vanilla's screen. Thankfully, Cuth has gotten the collect module. Looks like maybe he knows better than I. Maybe he was just waiting to get it, so that he had like the board a little bit under control.
Yeah, but I feel like especially with this specific goal, with your job energy needing to be maxed out, you're probably right that you do want to grab that collect like as soon as you possibly can.
Because all you need is 2.
Yeah.
And you pay for it. You know, it's just it might be the most like. It's collect. Obviously, Bombard's busted. Collect is insanely busted too. Just from like in a very like non-flashy way. It's. You know,
I feel like of the
very...
support ones, it's probably up there. I think Shift is still probably my personal favorite, like, support one, but...
I do like Shift.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people just hop on top of the planes up there. It's definitely a good strategy, because the planes kind of just, like, bounce into each other. You're supposed to use that to ride across the planes to get, like, a shiny or whatever, but... it's smart to just use it on the way back because those tanks are pretty annoying. And then yeah, if you bring the nuke over here, all the ants die. You do have to grab a couple of blocks to like hop your way up, but there's no, don't. I think all the ants are back now.
Yeah, they're gonna respawn, aren't they?
Yeah, I think once you grow big and then come back, that's okay. Like honestly, you don't need to. Just gonna bring this guy with us. Kill your friend. No.
Throw him in the line of fire.
That's fine. That mini and max egg didn't really actually help with anything anyway, but it was fun to commentate on.
It was. We like seeing that.
Alright, Campanella 3, probably for another quick boss. It's possible that Vanilla was trying to do that for a boss, but the stolen termite egg isn't even a boss anyway, so probably a good call to just go into Camp 3 for that. Yeah, this is a little... I feel like every time I commentate Bug Hunter, things seem to be going well, and then I look away for like 2 seconds, and there's just eggs everywhere.
Yeah. That's how it goes. He does have some pretty powerful modules here, but he's I don't think he can win this now.
Yeah,
there's no possible way for him to
yeah, that's tough because he can't get down to there. Yeah. I have this issue with Bug Hunter also, especially in Bingo. When you're trying to play it fast, it's a little easy to not see like the super optimal play for stuff.
Yeah, Bug Hunter is like it's one of the only games in Bingo. This might sound really funny, but I need to not think as hard about it. Like, I kind of need to autopilot in Bug Hunter to get into the flow state. Because when I am playing Bug Hunter, I'm thinking too hard about it. I'm just spending way too much time when I should just be like, you know, instead of trying to squeeze out that extra 5% of value, I should probably focus on the here and the now of the extra 20 seconds I'm spending thinking on the game.
Yeah.
Is the best way I can put it. Like, you could get caught up in, so, oh, I should do this. What if I do this and I see this line and I do that? But, like, as long as you're keeping a good pace, you don't have to, you know, you're not going for cherry or gold. You don't have to worry about it. So just try to keep the pace up as consistent as possible. That's what I find.
Yeah.
You don't want to psych yourself out too much in this game. But that's just it.
So Vanilla at one point typed, "I am so mad" in the terminal, and I'm not sure what actually happened, but it seems like Campanella 3 is going fine. I think it was just an unfortunate loss of whatever life she had on that one. But
yeah, I'm thinking.
Either way, Vanilla's pretty ahead on bosses, but is still not really threatening the defense of this Bingo, so as Cuth is able to get a good Bug Hunter run, it looks like this is pretty much his.
I'm thinking it's likely. Unless Cuth just continues to be stuck in Bug Hunter hell and maybe eventually quits, but...
I mean, to be fair, Bug Hunter can be kind of frustrating. Like, if you just get not even... It can be. Like, it's hard to play optimally, and it's even harder to play if you get, like, weird RNG and you're not comfortable with it. And Cuth did mention that he's been busy playing other games and stuff the past couple of weeks, so may not remember, like, the exact optimal solutions for every pairing of enemies and stuff.
Galbrain dead.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, probably no
Is that
reason
the
to
seventh
really
boss?
stay in past that.
I wonder. Are we counting the bosses? Are we
I
counting?
think... I don't think my counts for this are right, but I've counted 5.
It sounds right to me. I don't think we did Rakshasa. Camp 2.
Kick Club.
Yo. Camp 2.
Huh.
This isn't for a... Wait, what the heck could this possibly be for? Rotundo is not a boss. I don't know if she knows that.
Yeah, I think might be thinking Rotundo's the boss here. To be fair, Rotundo sort of seems like he should be a boss, but whatever.
Yeah, it's so hard. If Rotundo is like the perfect example for this, where like it's totally 50-50 because he feels like a boss character, but he's also in multiple levels, so like it makes sense that I can see him as just an enemy.
To me, he kind of feels like the Birdo of this game, like from Super Mario Bros. 2, where like she kind of showed up all over the place, but was still like a mini boss thing. So I could definitely.
I think we're on the same page.
Yeah, I could.
I call him like the Bowser from Mario 1.
I think he can definitely count as a boss or not count as a boss, and I can see arguments either way.
Exactly. Yeah, we're on the same page. I think the Mario 1 analogy is slightly more apt as well, because just like in Mario 1, you don't even have to kill him. You technically can just run underneath Rotundo and just leave.
Yeah, that's true.
That is why I assume that goal that says kill Rotundo in Burrows 2 is written that way, because you can just beat Burrows 2 and just leave without killing the guy. Like, leave him alone. Leave me alone. That's a lot of coins. Holy crap.
Wow.
Let's go. I'm a rich bitch, but you can call me Chip the Ripper.
Nice chain reaction there in Bug Hunter to clear up a kind of scary corner of the board there. This is looking...
I think we might be doing it.
I was going to say, this is looking decent. I don't know if he has enough time left.
No, definitely. 5 technical days to get...
Yeah, I guess so.
There. It'll be a little close if you're not killing, like, leaving, like, more than one bug, but still, I think we should be good. And he's not even using collect. I gotta give it to him. Like,
yeah.
Not bad.
Just moving around collecting all these pieces.
Yeah, I mean, we have 5 days worth to get 10 kills, so...
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful. You can get a 3-for-1 if you blow up the energy cube there, and then hop onto the egg. Sounds funny, but Bug Hunter I think is like, how do I word this? It might be one of the, it might be one of the quote-unquote worst games to commentate over. I feel like you can do the most backseating with Bug Hunter.
Yeah.
Like, it's very easy to be like, oh, they can make this play in this line, but it feels like Bug Hunter compared to other games. When you're in the moment, it's very hard to see every possible line.
Yeah, I feel like this and Devolition are 2 games that, like, being able to just, like, take a step back and not be the one actually, like, figuring out all these moves makes it, like, really easy to be like, yeah, you could have just done that.
Dude, you're supposed to put the snake next to the frog and the straw man. What are you doing?
So you got 3 eggs, but in a pretty decent position here still, I think. You can just shoot the money and kill, yeah, I was gonna say hit both of them.
I keep forgetting it's Easter.
So now Cuth is in an interesting position where he might not want to win right now and needs just to collect a little bit more money first. But if he doesn't win right now, this gets scarier.
He should be fine fine here, right? He'll get a kill, pick up those 2 energy cubes, get another one on the day after, just go through the days and kill the bugs. However, there are going to be a ton of eggs. So
Yeah.
keep that energy cube there to blow them up, and should be fine. I'll probably want to go in line with that platform.
Oh, and died to Rotundo. Unfortunate. Wouldn't have actually saved us from having to tell Vanilla that Rotundo wasn't a boss anyway, but...
You know, I thought it was going okay, but now I'm scared.
Yeah,
You're right. There's a lot
so
of eggs.
there's a lot of eggs, and there's no way to buy anything to shoot them with. It's a little unfortunate that the like backup modules here weren't very good, because literally
Right
all you can do is move. I don't know if are there enough movements for this.
Well, what we can do right away is if we can buy a module, and we can get +1 with collect. In the top left, you can get those 3. We can go +1 and then wait till the next round, and then we'll be fine. I think that's the line.
But there's the egg in the top corner.
We can
Okay,
jump on that.
yeah,
Oh,
you're
this is what
good.
I'm talking about. So we buy it. Yeah, we squish the egg. No! We could have gotten collect. If we got collect in the top left, we would have been +1 on an energy cube. But it's not the end of the world, because that is a huge thing. But you do want to make sure you're not killing too many.
No, but the energy's not full.
Oh!
Oof.
Oh, it's 1.
Okay,
oh
so-
my god, no!
So now you're in a yeah. I was gonna say that was a weird position. I don't blame the
Dang.
reset there, but like I don't think there would have been a way to do that at that point.
I think the play was to get the collect to get you in that top left. You
Yeah,
+1.
The collect
you
would have
more
changed
options.
things there, because it would have also made that chain reaction a little less intimidating. Also, unfortunately, Vanilla is back in Campanella 2 for a boss that isn't a boss.
I have 0 idea of how comfortable Vanilla is with Bug Hunter. I'm assuming not very, because I've never heard her even talk about it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, honestly, if you're Vanilla at this point, Cuth marked... Unfortunate.
God. The flies. I mean, it happens more than you think.
Those flies are brutal, and they're like way bigger than you expect them to be for Camp 2. They're so small in Vanger and then so big in Campanella 2. It's really funny.
Yeah, remember, this is a giant alien society.
Yeah. Does that mean Vanger is also huge then, since the bugs are so small in that game compared to this one?
I don't know. I mean, there is some sort of like scale thing going on in some of the UFO 50 games. Golfaria is what I always think of. Like, I never really understood what the implied theme of Golfaria was. Like, the logo has the moon as the golf ball, and like, you are bigger than humans, so like, are you like a planet-sized golf ball? Is that what's going on? But like, you're not, because humans aren't that big, so like, I don't know. It's interesting, and I feel like I'm not making this up. There's
there's that one like underground room too where you like actually talk to them, and you're definitely like much larger than they are. So
yeah.
yeah, it's interesting because you don't really like think about it, but like, I mean, I guess it would make sense too, because like if Vanger's like the Metroid of this one, like Samus is like what 7 feet tall or something canonically. She's
Sure.
large. So it would actually kind of make sense that Vanger is also more large than you would expect to be.
Normally I wouldn't say this, but it's back on bingo, so I can be a memer. I'm kind of glad Cuth isn't getting this bingo right away. We're just quitting.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you're in Bug Hunter hell, but
Bug Hunter hell is understandable. I would probably also want to just play Fan Golf after this long of being screwed over by Bug Hunter. And also,
Yeah,
worth mentioning, these spaces are very fast. They've been sitting on the board for a while, but you could theoretically
Seriously.
get both of these in one run pretty easily. And it would also
Yeah.
contribute to this gold discs up here. Both players are pretty far away from 6, but like it's still helping towards the goal.
but it's not out of the question.
Yeah. And
I
thankfully
love
the
that team
thankfully the gold disc for pin golf is fairly generous, even if you're not like the most comfortable with pin golf. I think I got my... That was a launch and a half. God damn.
In there.
Wasn't a -2, but it was a very nice shot.
I'm trying to think. Have I seen any player not pick the default player before?
For pin golf?
Yeah, I feel like I always see the blue guy.
I think Winner and I picked the orange guy, and I know Red Robot picks the red guy.
Oh, I see.
Now, honestly, like, there's not really that big of a difference in time anyway, so might as well, I guess.
Talking milliseconds. I mean, I famously, I don't have to preach this. If you know, you know. I'm a hashtag legalized Starball guy. So
Yep.
if you play bingo practice with me, you will always have Starball available. Otherwise,
It's good to know, because
that's not a joke either. My custom pasta is the exact same as the bingo pasta, but Starball is allowed for pin golf and open cage is allowed for Nightmare.
that's the one with the hamster, right? Yeah.
The hamster, which shout outs to Flesh. I don't think he's listening. I love you, buddy. He had no idea what it does. He refused to play with it when we played because he was scared. he didn't know what it did. He was like, well, this is Nightmare. He's like, it could jump scare me. Like, I don't know if you're trying to bait me or not. And I was like, no, I'm not. But you don't have to use it. It says allowed, not mandatory. He was like, I'm not doing it. I think you're trying to, like, scare me.
So, Flick, I have a goal that's kind of like that in the works, but Waldorf's Tourney is an absolutely much better name for it, so I'm going to change that name to that.
Waldorf's Tourney.
But I had a combination goal of beat Waldorf and then use Starball to beat Pin Golf as Waldorf. Also, I'm not sure. It might have just been me, like, tripping after a long day of playing Pin Golf. Does Waldorf hit the ball harder in Pin Golf than, like, the average person?
Think so, unless somebody has done the, like, what's it called? The digging, like in the code. I don't think that's a thing, is it?
Okay, I didn't think it was, but, like, I could have sworn when I was playing it, like, kind of just casually. Nice dunk. I could have sworn when I was playing it casually that for some reason Waldorf was just hitting it, like, slightly farther than I was expecting it to. But, like, it could have just been an entire thing.
Waldorf's power rating is maxed out.
I mean, it would make sense. He's awake and ready to golf in this one, so.
He is one of the 55, as I call them. Which, okay, that's not a good name. It sounds like the number 55. The 5 of the 50. The 5 most fuck it.
Fuck it, we ball. Let's go.
Oh wait, hold on. Can I request open cage? I don't want to say what game she's in, otherwise I would literally type in the Bigo chat.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. There's like 20 minutes left. I think you're probably fine. It's also pretty clear that. Whether Vanilla actually listens is up to Vanilla, but.
I don't think she's gonna see it.
Oh, gameplay paused. Let's go!
We saw it! Open cage! Let's go!
Underground bingo is the best bingo. Because when are we ever going to see this otherwise?
So yes! Let's see what Flesh was too scared to see. Alright guys, if you're sensitive, look away. It's coming up. You played Night Manor, but you haven't played it like this. Trust me.
So, like, I know what this code is, but I haven't actually seen this myself either, and I'm really excited.
Watch this drive. Pin
golf.
Pin golf. Yes, I agree. Pin golf.
Pin golf is a game in UFO 50, true.
I mean, unironically, are we fucking with them? Can we count this as a gold if she does the gold?
That's fine with me. I don't care.
I personally will. Yes, dude. Yes. Oh my god, it's horrifying. Get off the screen. What? Is the hamster invincible? Or the gerbil or whatever. This has got to be a reference to Maniac Mansion, right?
I think so, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, he's getting him revenge. It's in the room with the microwave and everything. Like, or is there a microwave there?
I won't be able to sleep tonight after this.
It's really funny though. I didn't know this existed until like a month ago.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
I didn't either until I was like, the other day I was like kind of trying to write goals and I was just looking through terminal code stuff. And I saw that this was here and I was like, oh my god, that's great. It's also really funny, by the way, that the hamster actually killed Vanilla.
Yeah, that was actually pretty funny. Like you stood there and waited.
Gotta grab that knife in case the hamster comes back. Understandable.
100%. It's funny because I kind of got like, I don't want to say the word like set up. I can't think of anything better. But my expectations were thrown off because my first ever cherry was ping golf. And when I saw Star Ball in the credits, I was like, oh, every game is going to have like a code in the credits if I beat him. I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And then I was like, oh, this one doesn't have it, this one doesn't have it, this one doesn't have it.
I do wish that they included more of the codes and like after you beat the games and stuff, that'd be a good reward for it.
Because I like that, like I really do appreciate that you can get them like randomly and organically. Like I first found out about the terminal because I found the Mooncat one somehow. I paused in a room of Mooncat and I was like, what is this message? So I like that they can happen organically, but I'm with you. I wish there was more rewards for getting cherries. Like the Star Ball one is such a good one.
I think the one, oh my god, the hamster hiding minigame, this rules. Can we give extra points for this hamster hiding minigame? I don't know.
You can do what you want.
Pick a square, Vanilla.
Pick a square. Okay, well, hold on. Hold on, pick a square. Pick a square. It's like Bingo Blitz. Bingo Blitz has my most loved/hated goal ever, the Barbuda square that just says, click me when you see it. so goofy.
Oh, like, click me when you see it. That's a good goal.
I don't think I did anything funny for Night Manor with my April Fool's squares. I did a couple... Oh no, I think I made open cage mandatory.
Well, you have to. Running around with a giant hamster chasing you is much funnier than the killer.
I did a couple cute things. I made it so that in Barbuda, defeat the Mimic, you had to defeat the Mimic in Valbrace, and then in Valbrace you had to defeat the Mimic in Barbuda. Stupid shit like that. Oh, the caramel one, I require you to cook an egg. You have to cook an egg after beating the egg IRL.
It just occurred to me, by the way, that I think Vanilla's going for the cherry. Cause she's picking up a lot of extra stuff. Does that mean we have to kill the hamster though? How does that work?
I guess so.
I haven't played that far.
Is that a hamster or a gerbil? I don't remember what they look like.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the difference.
I think it's a hamster. It looks more like a hamster.
We're gonna get the first ever gerbil murder. UFO 50 bingo history.
I'm not gonna let her know until after she does it, just in case, for like cuth's sake. But I will. We are gonna give her the cherry credit for this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I hope so. I like how they didn't even agree to this. We are the ones.
Yep,
no.
no.
Like, use open cage, and we will give you the credit.
This is kind of why I'm liking these underground matches, though, because like they're not only more chill with like whatever rules you have. Like I feel like the announcers get to have more fun with it. Just do whatever the fuck they want to.
Yeah, I like both. I like when I have to be serious and
yeah, I mean, obviously having the serious matches.
This is fun.
Yeah, having the serious matches to obviously be serious, like who's actually better though, is good. But this has been a fun chill time.
Yeah, that's why I think calling this league as like exhibitionist matches is like the most apt way.
Yeah,
you know, it's to just exhibit things and like show things off and have fun.
Yeah,
between people, while also obviously the players are trying.
Yeah, obviously everyone's still going for the bingos. It wouldn't probably be very much fun if it was just two like UFO 50 Let's Plays basically. But
like obviously look at Cuth this game.
Yeah,
like he's definitely been commanding the board very strongly. And shout out to the Zoldath piss helmet.
Makes you
Let's get
think
those
tears are fake.
stalactites.
It's very true. I knew going into my match with Smo, for instance, that Smo was just as good at the UFO 50, if not better than me at a lot of the games. And yeah, I think this is I think the tiers were more just like, okay, but who do you see yourself competing against in the first season of this? I think it wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me to see people kind of shift around next year or next
Tiers
season.
are a guideline, not a
Yeah.
rule. You know?
Hiding behind the stuffy to hide from the hamster.
Open Cage is so awesome. I just think it was so funny. I can't stress. Flesh was literally like refused. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm terrified. I was like, I promise you, brother, I'm not trying to scare you. It's UFO 50. What's good to like open up your fucking computer browser? Oh, I love him. Flesh is awesome. Oh. Yeah, the forbidden matchup, the 08 Buster versus the C tier Menace. That tier thing though, like Flick is really onto it with that. Like, there's a guy I follow still to this day who has these famous videos. His name is Stylosa. He did like Overwatch content. He does Marvel Rivals stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
But he had like famous videos. He was known for just called like, you know, your rank doesn't matter. And people would like give him like, what, bro, you fucking idiot, tell me like my rank doesn't matter. But like, he's right. The point of those videos is him being like, sounds kind of like serious, but like your worth is not tied to your rank in the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your rank is. You could be a better player than what you think. You could be a worse player than what you think. Like, it's just an estimate. It's just a number.
Yeah.
It doesn't account for every single thing.
Yeah, and one player specifically that I think this applies well to is Flesh, who we just saw in playoffs. Flesh doesn't really have, like, at least compared to other people in, like, B tier and stuff, like, have that many golds or cherries or whatever, but it's just so good at bingo that it doesn't really matter anyway. Like, the stuff that he knows well enough, and, like, is just very, very good at bingo to the point where, like, even the one quote-unquote metric that UFO 50, like, has for ranking yourself, I guess, like, doesn't even really matter that much.
Yeah, I agree. I like, Flesh is a great example. I feel like I could be wrong when I say this, but I think half the players in the league are just way better than the tier they're in.
Yeah.
And like, I think half the players also haven't even beaten all the games. I
Yeah.
can think of many off the top of my head that haven't gotten all 50, and they're absolutely insane.
I played in tournaments recently and had the revelation that you can just kind of win. Yeah, I mean, like, that's why we play the games. I pulled Matt into this match specifically because of the Ham appearance. That's so good. Yeah.
It's Hamtaro time. I want to see her do this so we can give her credit. I also, it sounds fucked up, I want to see her shoot the hamster.
I haven't seen that far into this, but this is really funny and it is possible.
I forget, does the killer have a sprite when he gets shot? I don't think so, right?
No, he kind of just like shakes and goes off screen or whatever.
Yeah.
I think she has enough time to do this though. This is really funny.
Fungicid.
No!
What?
No!
Oh, she forgot she was using it.
Oh, that's even funnier though.
Oh my god. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that, dude. Ultimately, I guess it doesn't matter because it literally just is for nothing on the board, but like, it's really far.
Oh, there is a sprite for the dart in the mask. I forgot about that. When you shoot him in the face, you see the arrow.
How's it going? Hi, Opal. Hi, Jedi.
Dude.
She's
Definitely.
gonna open
The second I
Bellagio. There is a sprite for the dart in his mask. Oh, cool. Let's go.
Well, now I need to see the special one for the hamster then.
Oh, I didn't know. I would not have remembered that. I'm surprised they went through the trouble for that. It's cool though. I appreciate it.
My mic is doing the fucking thing again. I'm over it.
Oh.
I'm over it. I
Oh
don't
my
fucking have
God.
time to deal with that.
I'll try to fix it in a sec. This match is almost over.
Okay, it's really funny because it
Yes.
like
Oh my god.
again, it was completely inconsequential because we were just a nightmare. We could get a gold disc out of boss, I guess, but. Bellagio.
Get some gold jokers here. Do those count for gold discs? Let's find out.
You know what? I'll give it to her. I don't know how Bellagio works. I've never played this game, but like.
I've watched
Yeah,
it.
can we?
Can we just edit the rest of the goals to just secretly be Bellagio goals that she
Yeah,
gets
can we
in the
live
next 7
edit a
minutes?
square? Bellagio, have at least 25 those. Vanilla can she can blame me all she wants for the open cage one.
And it's really funny too because the Night Manor resets are definitely like an ingrained part of the cherry route, and I didn't even
Yep.
think about that until she reset.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hi, darling. Where is the member account?
It's over by
put
the
it up
pasta
over
on
the
this
stairs
side. I
for
rinsed
reset.
it out but left it over there.
Oh, that's so funny. So you guys can see the game because it's actually not being streamed for. Oh no, it is. I just forgot to. Why does it do that? It closes out of the stream and it doesn't rejoin me automatically.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I can see it now. All right, so we have cards. Okay, we threw away a card. We're picking a spade, picking a heart, lots of hearts.
I had Bellagio once described to me as Calvin Ball, and it made it a lot more sense to me.
I have, man, as someone who is a raging Calvin and Hobbes fan, I never thought I would hear Calvin Ball so many times when I joined this Discord server. Somehow that term keeps coming up.
Yeah, it's pretty versatile, I think.
I just got.
By the way,
Morrison's
12-minute
book
cherry
last year.
in Zoldath. I know we've been memeing about the Bellagio, but a 12-minute cherry in Zoldath is some exceptional luck there.
Honestly, like, really good.
Godseed, yeah, it seemed like it.
Godseed. Yeah, like actually. Oh my god, that's so sad.
Like
Oh,
a
for
like a
vanilla
1208 is
especially.
like a legit speed run of Zoldath. Might have to have Cuth submit that one after this one.
Zoldath, reach Nanai without Perkio.
Those
Are
are
you just fucking with me?
the
Are
thing
these
about
real words?
the thing about Bellagio is people could probably type anything as a Bellagio quote unquote goal, and I would believe it because I don't know the words of this game at all.
Bellagio. Beat Zendorf with at least 25 Unglespecs. Like what? What's an Unglespuck? What is this? What's an underneath a Perkio? Gonna cry. Gonna chomp at the bit. Gonna chicken.
Gonna chill.
Gonna chill.
Okay.
Gonna chill.
I mean,
Why
there's
did I
4
get
minutes
that
left. Why not?
Why not? Honestly, I love this. I'm tempted to give Vanilla a square for Portano.
I think we should.
I think we should. We'll give it a choice, and Cuth will agree too. But not like it matters. This is not going on anybody's record.
I don't know how long a Bellagio run is, by the way. Does Vanilla have enough time to be able to finish a Bellagio run before the timer goes up?
Yeah, can we get the people in chat helping us out? Ooh,
177.
what's going on? Why is it Among Us? Huh? Among
I
Us?
guess it just made
Is it
us
in this
hot.
game?
I guess we should have just put it on 76.
I don't know how this works. There's Among Us. I saw like it looked like freaking Nitro Rad on the right. Who is that? Is that Link? Who are all these characters? There's James again from freaking Nitro Rad. Are there antes in Balatro? Like they get your cards or something?
I'm glad that Vanilla did this with 2 casters that have no fucking clue about anything about
Well,
the
like,
show. No!
And I feel like I'm one of the only people in like the world right now that doesn't know anything about Balatro.
Yeah, no, I never played Balatro when it came out either. It's on mobile now, which is like a little more interesting to me because it seems like it's a good mobile game, honestly.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I never played it when it came out either.
I do like oh no, pizza. I know I like card games. The thing is, I'm scared. The reason why I haven't is because I will get addicted. The people I know that play this game said with utmost seriousness in their voice, like, dude, you will spend so much time on this game. Like, you have no idea. And I'm like, I already spent a lot of time on UFO 50, not playing games that my friends want me to play. Like, do I need to add another? I don't know.
I think
But
for,
it does seem like a good pooping game.
I think for Vanilla's next game, like in the UFO tourney, I think she needs to make some custom Balatro squares that can show up.
True.
Like, not like a ton, but just like 1 or 2 that could show up on the board.
Wait, she could have done that. If Cuth has Balatro, they could have, like...
They could have.
They could have gentlemen agreed to play a game that is not UFO 50 on their UFO 50.
UFO 50 bingo Discord, but it's just your shared Steam accounts and games that you have together.
Fully cranked on Balatro. Because what I do on my phone right now, Pizza, is I play, like, word games or, like, I mean, I guess Magic Arena is on my phone. I can bang out a quick game if I'm ever really bored. But...
Yeah. Oh, Flick, I'm not sure if you saw, but there was a recommendation for a silly match kind of similar to that, where people just do a regular game of bingo, and then after the bingo match, you open up a 2-player game of Avianos, and whoever, like, captured the tiles that are highlighted by your bingo spaces wins that Avianos game, and then the bingo match. I think you'd have to, like,
Wait.
cut off one of the top or bottom rows, since I think Avianos is a 5x4 and not a 5x5, but...
Correct, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if anyone picks up on that one. I guess you wouldn't
like
even really need to make it a 2-player game, you just have one of you guys load up an Avianos game. Yeah, that's time. Technically, there's another 30 seconds. Hi!
Hey, I apologize for sabotaging your game.
Hi.
Cuth, you're welcome. I sabotaged your opponent for you. I told her to do open cage
I
code.
did see, I was like, put like hamster mode and night manner, and then
Yeah, and
I saw the reset, and I was like, oh no, that's so evil. That's
Yeah.
evil.
We were talking
Yeah.
about it afterwards, and we
Yes.
were just like, oh yeah, I guess the resets are like a very pivotal part of the cherry route, and didn't think about that till now.
Oh my god.
So if you want a square, we both agreed to give you one if you
Yeah.
want it. Cuth would have to agree.
Also, Vanilla, for your next
I was
bingo
like, it doesn't
match,
matter either way, right? Because you were doing it for...
for your next bingo match, can you please add in like 4 or 5 Balatro squares that can show up potentially?
If my are we doing double elims or single elims? Am I
There's
I
a
think it's
losers
single.
bracket, so
Oh, there is?
yeah, we ended up having enough people in that we wanted to do a
Oh, yeah,
losers
yeah.
bracket for stuff too. So
I think, yeah, double limbs feels like the right way.
Awesome.
to do it.
Okay, next time I'm in another back alley match, I'll ask my opponent if we can do half the board like a Balatro bingo.
yeah, if you need me to write some of the stuff for you, I'm definitely down. You'd have to like write the actual goals because I don't know fucking anything about Balatro, but
That would be funny, sure.
Yeah, you have
This
two of the
was
only
not-
people that haven't played this game. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
or like so there's
This was
cards.
This was not my game. I just wasn't playing very well. I can usually get like.
It was a good card for Puffy B. I'm not gonna lie. It was a pretty good card today.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, I kind of exhausted everything I could do on the card, but the stuff I could do on the card was quite a lot. I could have done the bug hunter one with a few more tries, but I just wasn't feeling like. And I kind of say, wait, if I do this, I just end it early. That's like wrong, you know. I don't want to like cut off Mysterious Cat A from doing anything fun. You know, you know, and
True.
I didn't want to do that, so that's why I stopped. That's one. Other than repetitive bosses, that's one of the reasons I decided to do Zelda instead.
You were doing pretty good. The only thing I would recommend is I would have personally just rushed collect like ASAP, but you came really close on that other one.
Shut.
Like enemy death and stuff. It's just
No, it's true. Yeah, it takes up a
Yeah.
slot.
Shout out to that 12-minute Planet Zoldath cherry though.
Yeah, I felt pretty good at that one. That was just a really good seed.
Yeah, that was just a
was
crazy
trying-
seed.
I thought you were going to go for the column 3 bingo, and I kept trying to do Planet Zoldath, but it just wasn't fucking
Yeah,
working for
all
me.
Vanilla, all of your luck for Planet Zoldath, I think, went to Cuth for that 12-minute cherry.
It was like I
Motherfuck.
tried it once, it went kind of bad, and then the second time I kind of reset out. I'm like, I tried this again later, so that's one of the best ones to just back out of for a bit and come back, because there's like a, if you're not liking what's going on, there's at least a 30% chance if you leave it and then come back, it just gets better.
Yeah.
And then I think like in the last maybe 45 minutes or something, I was like, I'm not gonna win this, but I have to get this boss square somehow because I'm so close. I only had 1 credit off. So I tried to do Campanella 2, I tried to do Rotundo, but he wasn't cooperating.
Yeah, he's also not a boss.
Yeah, we
So-
were gonna let you know about that. He's in that like
Yeah.
weird mini boss, like gray area, but
Okay,
Because he appears multiple times.
yeah.
He's in
I
rich
tried-
roll- He's in rich roll territories, like end of level and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
We had a discussion about that because I famously think of Rotundo as like Bowser in Mario, where you don't have to kill him. He's on multiple stages, but you can. He technically seems like a boss, but he's not.
Yeah.
Like it's weird, but yeah, he's not a boss, sadly.
Campanella 2's like only actual boss is like the final boss. right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
only-
Yeah, either the Time Lord or Queen Zoo. Yeah.
I do
Should've
probably.
just-
Yeah, I do think it should be Rotundo too, personally, but
I would like it for a little bit of synergy. It seems like it's not faster than the other ones, and
Yeah.
it would be kind of nice.
Then I had the
Campanella 2 is
brilliant.
kind of a bad game this way, mostly. Not like
Yeah,
that's
it can
fair,
be.
I have 2
Yeah.
squares. But I was 6 bosses in, and I was like, I don't know what else that I can do for bosses. And then I remembered that the Night Manor guy counts as a boss now. So
Yeah.
with not enough time left, I pivoted to Night Manor, and then that was when Gary was like, "You should do Open Cage," and I'm like, "Okay, Open Cage."
the thing was, is
I
Open
stopped
Cage
you
was
like a minute in. I'm like, open cage, please.
it was so close to being so cool, but then we forgot that the resets are like super ingrained in the cherry route. So
I think I was actually like pretty on track for that.
Yeah, no,
I
you were
don't
doing
think I
great for the
would've
cherry.
clicked in
Mhm.
time.
I think you would have been able to finish.
I was getting very close.
Yeah.
But anyway, I reset. This was just not my game. This is also a board with lots of games that I'm not very good at. And it's like, you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, that happens with full game stuff, I think.
Yeah, it was a bit of a me board. I kind of like knew most of the things. I knew how to do a lot of the stuff on it, which I don't always feel. It was very, but in my favor here, definitely for sure. Like
Yeah, that was.
I've out 2 missions, and yeah, stuff like that. Like I mean delivered 10 onions. I'm actually that's one of my favorite. That's actually one of my best squares. I think I really love that square.
Yeah, you did great.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you
Um,
sniped me on Rakshasa at the very beginning.
yeah, it was.
Oh,
it was a close head-to-head for them.
Yeah, by my assessment, this board was full of quick goals. Like, that Fishhole goal, pretty quick. That Undelivered goal, pretty quick. That Rakshasa goal, insanely quick. The Bug Hunter stomping one, pretty quick. The Divers one, pretty quick. Like, there's
Yeah.
the Bug Hunter one you were doing, although it gives me trouble sometimes too, it can be pretty quick. The Pingolf one, pretty quick. Like,
Warp
the
Tank is
Minute
also
Mortal too.
quick.
Yeah, with the
Nice
Warp Tank
eyebrows.
one too. Yeah.
I'm atrocious at ping golf. Really, I got the gold once. I've never really returned to it. It's not really unlike a lot of bingoers. Ping golf is not a game I particularly. I'm not like over the moon about it. I think it's just good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Just like it.
Yeah.
It's like not really what I want to play a lot. I think get a bit bored. I did try
I said-
the bottom right. Okay, so,
Yeah, I think the only
No.
goals that you all didn't try on this one, like between the two of you, were the Campanella one, the Hotfoot one, and Combatants. I think everything else.
Star Wasper.
No, I think one of you dipped into Star Wasper at least. I think it was Vanilla did, right?
Yeah, but that was for something else. It was.
Oh, it wasn't actually
unless
for that
unless
goal.
Vanilla was misreading the card. I don't think it was an attempt for that square because she
Okay.
was getting the drones.
No, I was trying so.
Oh, you were?
so
Well, oh, because you were
hard.
getting power-ups is the thing.
No, I was.
You,
No, I was trying for the gift, and I was trying so hard, and I can usually pull it off like with decent consistency.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But for the gift.
Fucking
Yeah.
market.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, you were trying to go for the gift, but you weren't trying to do the 1 and 2 without power-ups, correct?
Yeah, no, I don't have the power. I've never done stage 2. Also, sorry, I just got a message from my friend that I didn't link the UFO 50 stream. That was like, I hear my beautiful vanilla piece. Shoutouts to Zach. I didn't know you were here. Sorry you had to watch me drop the ball so fucking hard on Seaside Drive.
I tried.
I'm so frustrated.
Seaside fans are furious.
No, I'm so frustrated because I can usually get Seaside Drive like stages 1 and 2 deathless, and then I died on stage 1 and I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just get stage 2, and then I died on stage 2 and I'm just like, it is so over.
That happens. Yeah.
Is that for the gift?
It was for the gift, but then I was also like, okay, well, I'll take another shot at it, and at least I got a boss.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an impressive gift to go for. I would never. It all hinges. It's a long time, and if you die in the last 10 seconds of the level, it really sucks.
I can
Yeah.
usually do it. I'm usually so much better at Seaside. I'm so mad. Anyway, it's fine.
It
Good
happens.
game.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It was a good
Don't
game.
worry, everybody had their moments. Cuth,
Yeah.
Cuth went through 2 bug hunter jobs and suffered the curse.
Yeah.
I think about the divers one. Whenever
The divers.
I practiced to make sure I had parasite hammer chest on like lot. I practiced it every time, and it always goes the worst at actual. I rolled. It's just a flat 25% chance to escape every time you hit the escape button, and it'll just go like nope. And on the things we're attacking up.
Is that how it works?
Yep, just every account is flat 25% chance.
With any enemy in the game, like just
Any
25%.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I never really
know
knew
that.
how that worked either.
Every time if you fail escaping more than 4 times, it's really bad. I think I failed it like 4 times exactly, like 4 fails exactly, which is like terrible.
Ball.
Yeah.
Man,
What a wild
okay.
game.
Very
I'm
fun.
glad that everyone had a good time.
Yeah.
Thank God this wasn't league, because I feel bad when I saw you reset in Night Manor. I was like, oh, that's my fault. Like, hold on a second. I'm the one who asked her to do open cage. Like,
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because ultimately it was a wash anyway, right? You were just doing it for like the boss, and maybe we were gonna give you the cherry, by the way. If you did.
Oh yeah,
Well, yeah.
I also 100% agreed if you beat the game with
Yeah.
open mage, I would have said
Yeah.
give him the
Like that's how I have it in my personal pasta when I play with people. You can use Starball to get the gold, even if it doesn't show up on the thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, Night Banner.
I like World War.
Why would that
Should've-
dot be
should've come
green?
King of his Ludo.
You could have. Although you didn't know, because this one doesn't say it.
I
Man.
could have.
You could've asked, I guess, yeah.
I would have probably negotiated a deal.
Is Planet Zoldath your only gold disc, or did you get other ones?
My only gold disc, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Because, like,
that.
in the beginning, you started threatening column 3, and I freaked out, like, fuck, if he just starts doing column 3, I can only block him on Planet Zoldath, so I feel like I wasted a bunch of time in Planet Zoldath trying to do that, and it just wasn't working again.
Do either of y'all play Hotfoot?
No,
No.
I don't like
I'm surprised that one has come in clutch for me more than I thought. Like I always somehow get lucky getting a Hotfoot goal when I'm doing like doubles with Val or something.
I've exclusively played that game in co-op multiplayer with friends and not on my own, so I don't really know the feel of it. It's like
Just
that's
don't know
a
how to
game.
play.
It's for me. It's the only game that keeps going up for me. I hate it hot foot casually, and then I'm like, I kind of like it, and then I charity it. I'm like, it's okay, and now I'm like,
I
hot foot is
actually like
awesome.
the
I love
game.
hot foot.
I like it, but I don't like it in single player, so I never bother.
That's fair.
Sort of fumbling around with the Lord of the Discovery menu. I've opened this game like once, played the first level in like September 2024. I have not opened the game since. So I've at least played
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
I love it.
I
think it's a great game.
I just forgot about it because I was just doing lots to play, you know? Lots to play.
I forget. Did someone open Quibble Race at one point? Right? Yes,
I
it was
did.
opened by Vanilla.
Yeah.
I opened Quibble Race because I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to play gambling. And then I
So
realized,
basically, I
but
wasted
wait,
a lot
this
of
could be
time
funny.
finding all this stuff.
What's the
and
gift for
then
Quibble
deciding
Race?
to do the map after,
It's
because
actually
now
really
I'm just
easy.
looking it up again.
Just your sponsored Quibble has to win.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's.
It's one of the
Why didn't I do that? Anyway, I don't care.
It's theoretically one of the, like, hypothetically one of the fastest gifts, but results can vary, of course.
You sniped me a bit on gifts, but like I was doing something else when you got it. I had 6 gifts for a long time.
Oh, dang, really? You block koala
What were my gifts? Oh wait, I'm not tabbed into UFO 50.
Yeah, what were you
I think there was a block koala at some point.
Yeah, I think so.
I did probably did block Koala.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
man.
hoping, because that would be a bad one to miss out if you're
Well, cut-
really wanting to go.
Cuth has 8 right now.
Yeah, because I got, Zolgath is the only one that doesn't count, because I got that one afterwards when I got a map piece.
Yep.
Because for one map piece you can get a gift. The other ones were the ones I actually aimed to get. Big Bell Race, one map. I would say Hammer and Divers. Block Koala thing. Magic Garden 10, which is one of my favourites personally. I love Magic Garden 10. It's super consistent, I think. Mortal 2 I struggled with. That was me being foolish.
The hot tub for Mortal 2.
I did a really bad job finding that one switch. Because Mortal 2, I am not good as it. I am not good as it at all. Catch me on Mortal 1, I'll do crazy combos and stuff. But
Go
Mortal 2,
insane.
But like, Mortal 2, I have not got the sauce for it.
Well, fun game.
Yeah, very fun, yo. GG's.
Yeah, I definitely had
GG's.
fun. And
I'm
yeah,
glad that you had
GG.
fun. Please enjoy the rest of the back alley bracket.
Yes, it's been
yeah.
a lot of fun so far. Definitely looking forward to more.
I guess it's time for this.
I guess I'll find out who my next opponent is soon when the bracket results come in.
Yeah, I think it's just whenever
it should be
pizzas tend to
soon.
update it.
Alright.
Okay, cool. Thanks for fun race, y'all. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you too. Bye bye.
Of course. Later.
Alright, no
Bye.
problem.
Alright.
Where we're going, I guess. There's anything
GG's.
much more to do.
Let me disconnect from here. Okay. So stream's not done yet, but I am gonna take a 420 break for 420 because it is 420 and I've almost been streaming for 4 hours and 20 minutes. That's really funny.